Today we are going to talk about perimeter. So basically, perimeter is the length of all the sides of a shape. So the sum of the length of all the sides of a shape, basically. So in the real world, it might be used to put a fence up around a certain area. The amount of fence needed would be the perimeter of that particular area that they're putting the fence up around, right? So, basically it's the length of the outside of some sort of shape. Like in the real world, if I were to talk about the perimeter of a house, you would basically draw a line around the bottom of the house, right? And then you could add up all of the length of all of the different sides and things. Now, perimeter, you're basically just, as I said, adding up the sides. So let's just talk about a rectangle here. Okay. And let's just say that this would be 6 feet. Okay, and this would be 3 feet. Alright, so the perimeter here would be 6 plus 6, right? So you have to add up all of the sides. So if they only give you 2, you can't forget about these 2 as well. But it would just be adding up everything. So 6 plus 3 is 9, and then 6 plus 3 is 9. So the perimeter of this would be 18, because all 4 of these numbers add up to 18. Now, if I say, a rectangle has a length of 6 and a width of 3, what would the perimeter be? Now, what I can do, one way to find the formula of a rectangle, one way to find the perimeter of a rectangle with just length and width is basically 2 times and then 6 plus 3. Okay? So 2 times length plus width would actually give you the perimeter, right? Because length and width would be 2 of the 4 sides, and then the other 2 are the same. So if you get a length and width and they're asking what the perimeter is, if you just add these 2 up and then double it, or multiply it by 2, I guess, add it plus itself, all those things mean the same thing, that would be the answer. So the answer is 18 in this case. Now, you can also do a perimeter of something like this. Let's just say 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4. So if I wanted to know the perimeter of this shape, all I would do is add up all of the length of the sides, right? So I could just add up all these numbers. So 3 plus 4 is 7, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23, 25. So the perimeter of this would be 25, right? With a perimeter, it doesn't have to be a quadrilateral. It doesn't have to be a rectangle. It's literally just adding up, the length of the sides. Now, for word problems involving perimeter, a lot of them have to do with putting a fence up, because that's kind of a good real-world application of perimeter. right? If you're putting a fence up around a certain area or something like that, then the perimeter, the length of the sides of the shape that you're putting it up around, that's going to be how much fence you need. Maybe something like, someone walked around a football field, walked on the outside line of a football field, and these were the dimensions of the football field. What, um, what, how long did it was one lap around the football field? That would be another way. That would be another, use of perimeter. So that's a basic overview of perimeter. We will go through area next. But basically, perimeter is pretty easy. You just add up all the sides.